Good evening. This meeting is being held in accordance with the public laws of 1975. Chapter 231, an adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Star Ledger, the local source, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the township website. Pledge of allegiance, the chief would lead us. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our servicemen here and abroad. Thank you. Roll call.
Mayor Huber.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer.
Here.
Committeeman Capides.
Here.
Committeeman Kaiser.
Present.
Committeeman Weber.
Here.
Proclamations and announcements. You want to do a proclamation first?
Sure.
All right. There's one proclamation on
The
Women's History Month.
So before I read it, I want to say hi, Mrs. Jerzak. It's a pleasure seeing you at the DAR reception last year. Looking forward to it this year. And let's dive into the proclamation. Whereas Women's History Month was established by the 100th Congress in 1987 and is now making its 38th anniversary in March 2025. And whereas recognizing American women of every race, class, ethnic background have made historical contributions to the growth and strength of the nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways. And whereas American women have played and continue to play a critical economic, cultural, and social role in every sphere of our nation's life by continuing significant portion of the labor force working in and outside of the home. And whereas American women have played a unique role throughout history by providing a majority of the nation's volunteer labor force and have been particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in this country. And whereas American women of every race, class, and ethnic background served as early leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement, not only to secure their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also in the abolitionist movement, the emancipation movement, and the industrial labor movement, the civil rights movement, and other movements to create a more fair and just society for all. And whereas American women have served our country courageously in the military, and whereas these contributions, the role of American women in history, have been consistently overlooked and undervalued in the body of American history, and whereas more than 1 million women have joined the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution since its founding on October 11th, 1890, as a nonprofit, non-political women's service organization dedicated to promoting historic preservation, education, and patriotism, and whose members volunteered more than 7 million service hours in 2024. Now, therefore, it be resolved that I, Richard Huber, Mayor of the Township of Springfield, on behalf of the Township Committee, do hereby designate March as Women's History Month, and this month should be observed with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. Whew. Picture. By all means, Rich. Tell me about it.
Got it? Okay.
Well, I am appreciative that the town is so supportive of the DAR here in town. And it is very important to us that we educate our community on how important our veterans are to us and how important our women's organizations
Okay. Springfield 55-plus residents calendar, March 2025 is out and it's full. All right. Coffee with a Cop. Hello Rooster, Tuesday, April 1st, 9 to 11. Stop by. They'll be there. A blood drive is scheduled at Chisholm Community Center on Friday, March 21st, 2025, from 1 to 7. Please contact Genevieve at 732-672-5281 with any questions. Okay? Now, public comment on agenda items only.
Hi,
Is
good
your
evening,
name and your address?
Anthony Lucido, 180 Short Hills Avenue. I won't take much of your time. I just want to thank everybody for considering looking at that petition we sent about the street light for Short Hills Avenue. It's very dark at night in front of our house. Recently, we had a break-in. Our neighbor had a break-in just before Christmas, and we're just hoping maybe the light could just illuminate something to maybe deter future activities in the neighborhood. And that's really all the time I was going to take from you guys.
Hey, Tony, is there a light existing there?
There's a
Or-
light, if you're facing my house, if you're looking at my house, to the left, there's a light. It's almost on the property, it's on the property of the office building, but there's a lot of trees in front of it. And even when it's like now, this time of season, when there's not a lot of leaves, it's still not bright enough to light up the corner like another 70 yards down.
So it's
past
one of
our
those-
house,
it's
that-
one of those
where
dimly
the
lit-
street that goes down into the apartment houses.
It's one of those dimly lit streetlights?
It's very dim. And then the next one is down like 2 houses down. And, you know, I called, JCP&L responded like immediately, like a day later, and they said I have to, you know, submit it from the town. So I got signatures from everybody adjacent to my area, and they were all on board with, they're like, yeah, it is very dark going down into that, like, making that turn. I asked them, JCP&L, if they could look at that light, if it was too dim, if they could brighten it or whatever. But even if they did, it's still not gonna light up that corner where, you know, my neighbor's house, all that took place. That's it.
Sorry, you said 181?
180.
180.
180. It's the pole right in front on the corner of my house.
Got you. I'm gonna check on it for you right now.
And I spoke with Mike Disco, our engineer, and he told me this was the way to go, to do a petition, and then he gives it to DPW, and there was a whole step to do.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna look into it.
All right, thank you. I
Give us a
appreciate
couple
your time.
days and then call
I'm
town
sorry?
hall. Give us a couple days and then call Linda or John.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Public portion of the agenda is closed. All right. We have the administrator's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Couple of items I'd like to touch on. We've been working on the ceiling, library, and HVAC. We were over there again today. We got quotes. We're probably hoping to have that begin shortly, probably within the next, probably 3 or 4 weeks. We got a couple things that we need to put in place before we can start the project, actually. One of them is they've got to name Diane as their QP. What are your total letters there? QPA. So we got to put her on so that we can take care of that. So I'll keep you updated on that shortly. We have a meeting tomorrow at Oakland Park, Committeeman Weber and I. We're gonna start looking at that to do something to get that open quickly, leaving the configuration basically as it is. Just clean it up, get it open so the residents can use it. Patriots Way, which is the development down the end of the street on Church Mall, is going along fantastic. They're making great progress. They're probably, I'm guessing, 30%, 40% done already. They're really, really flying along. Our friend up the street, Gomes, our next meeting is April 9th. In the meantime, we're up there on a regular basis, but we haven't seen a tremendous amount happening outside. They are working on the inside. We've got a couple of businesses that actually we brought to them that were interested on the corner properties in Gomes. So we're hoping that we're going to help him get those rented immediately.
Any of them a restaurant?
One of them is actually a guy that specializes in breakfast and lunches.
Good.
And we said, you know what, that's not a bad idea in the center of town. So let's see. Don't know if it's going to go anywhere. It really is going to depend on, we're kind of, we can bring them together, but at that point, we're kind of out of it. It depends on what the rent is. Can the proprietor afford it? And, does he think he can make a business out of it? So he's got other places. This wouldn't be his first. So we did have Starbucks come into town. We drove them around for several hours. Unfortunately, at this point, we do not have a location that fits for them. They want a minimum of 1 acre of land level in order to put a Starbucks up.
They want to put a drive-through in.
Yes, they do.
They don't do non-drive-throughs.
At this point, the new CEO, his orders are to the field, no drive-through, no deal.
But they still got to write on the cups.
Yeah. So that I won't say it's not going to go anywhere, but it's very, very difficult. So we're still exploring it, though. Scotty's, we're waiting on a revised drawing because Mike Mistretta and I, the planner, we asked him to make a couple of changes just visually to the roof line. We kind of thought it was getting too blocky. It kind of looks like I would describe it, again, more of just a block building. They took out some of the design on the roof, so we want them to put that back in. We should have those hopefully by the next meeting to bring to
Somebody's
everyone.
playing Minecraft too much. Wow, that went over everybody's head in this room.
Yes, unfortunately. Update on dispatch. They're actually going to be here, the county will be here this week to install some additional software. As far as we know right now, we're still on schedule. We'll get a further update from them when they're actually on site to see when they're going to be able to flip us over, and then we're out of it, and they're going to take over dispatch.
Cool.
I have nothing further yet on that. A couple other items that I'd like to bring up. We're in the middle right now of, luckily, winter equipment maintenance. Everything has to be cleaned up now and put away, salt spreaders, plows. They all have to be stored, inspected, and repaired after the winter. Anytime we find any broken parts or anything, we want to make sure that they're taken care of before they're put up for the summer. Because if anything, happens early, we don't want to get caught that we take a plow out or something that's not serviceable. Spring park cleanup has begun. We got 14 municipal parks in town. Each park has to be inspected for hazards and then general cleanup process. So that's occurring now. Curbside cleanup, you can begin to place vegetative waste at the curb starting April 1st. All vegetative waste must be contained in a can or biodegradable bag. DPW crews will canvass the town daily, but will not follow a set schedule. So if they don't happen to be on your street and see them on the street over, don't think we missed you. It's just that we keep looping the town. Milburn Shared Services, we've taken delivery of the new sewer jet truck. That just came in. That replaces our 2001. And actually, that truck is still in service. It's 24 years old. But, the problem with this type of equipment is once it starts to break down, the bills are incredible. They mount up very, very quickly. Having the new truck now, it allows us to use this as a backup. If it starts giving us any problems, we'll put it on Gov Deals before it starts eating our lunch. We don't want to get in that situation. We're looking at exploring some ways to enhance our sports programs through shared service with Milburn also. We do a lot of shared service with them. We also help out Mountainside and a lot of the surrounding towns. We share services with everyone. Again, trying to improve our services and keep our costs down. And I think that's all I have for the moment, unless there's any questions or comments.
I got a couple.
Sure.
Next year's the 250th anniversary.
Yep.
Can we see if there are any volunteers in the town that would be willing to serve on a committee to help organize festivities.
Yep.
I think that'd be a good project for a public information officer. Do stuff on social media, try and.
Get it out tomorrow.
Yep, that'd be great. I wanted to talk about the Citizen Budget Review Committee. We did it last year. I think it was a success. I would like to do it again. Alex, if you'd be so gracious, as our chairman. But I think we should do it again. Those are my two things.
Very
I
good.
agree.
The parks, with the cleanup of the parks, did we make sure that mulch and everything is done fully this year in spring?
Yes. You and I have already discussed that, and yes, I will double check it. We've already looked at it, but I will make sure that the mulch is here, and we'll have that spread.
Do we also know, is Alvin completely done at this point, or is Alvin?
I don't know, I haven't been down there. Maybe tomorrow I'll take a ride over and see where we are. Actually, I will double check. I'll see if Adam can tell me right away. We may be able to find out right now.
I'll tell you that, the reason I'm asking is I was speaking to somebody yesterday from Alvin, and they love it. They said it came out really nice so far.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if it was done or not, or I was actually surprised it was done this early.
When I was there, all of the new equipment was there. I'm not sure if everything is in place and all the mulch and everything is down. I'll check for you right away.
Chris? Alex? Okay.
I'll make a motion to adopt the regular and executive meeting minutes of January 14th, 2025 as emailed. We are so close.
Do I have a second?
Because I have help. All in favor?
Aye.
New business? Second reading, if none.
Okay, we have a first reading for ordinance 2025-08. This ordinance is to establish a cap bank for the calendar year 2025 pursuant to NJSA 48:4-45.14.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-08 as read by Madam Clerk with publication in the local source on March 20th, 2025 with a final hearing scheduled for April 8th, 2025.
Second.
Discussion.
Discussion? We do this every year.
Yep.
Every year we have cap bank. All right?
Okay, roll call, Committeeman Kaiser,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer,
Yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeeman Weber. Yes. Mayor Huber.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-09. This ordinance of the Township of Springfield, County of Union, New Jersey, is to introduce the redevelopment plan for 175 Morris Avenue, identified as Block 810, Lot 10, within the Township of Springfield.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-09 on first reading, as read by Madam Clerk and publicized in the local source, March 20th, 2025, with final hearing on April 8th, 2025.
I will second.
All right, discussion?
No.
No, this is just redoing it because the planning board was unable to fit it into the schedule as the last hearing of planning board went way over with the Ross store.
All right.
Okay, Committeeman Capides,
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Weber. Yes. Deputy Mayor Laufer,
Yes.
Mayor Huber.
Yes.
Thank you.
Resolutions. Go through them. You want one taken out, let me know. 2025-88. 89. 90. 91. Yeah, 91. 2025-92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99,
I'll pull that.
99,
Yeah.
20, 25, 100, 101, 102, 103. I have a motion.
I will make a motion to adopt the following resolutions by consent agenda. Resolutions 2025-88 to Resolution 2025-98, picking it up with Resolution 2025-100 to Resolution 2025-103.
Second.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber? Mayor Huber? Okay, Resolution 2025-99. This resolution authorizes a license agreement with Student Transportation of America to utilize certain township parking facilities on a temporary basis.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-99.
Second. The only reason that I pulled this was just to highlight, not the number of resolutions here today, whether they're joining with a shared service agreement with Milburn, but just showing that we're always trying to bring in as much revenue, outside revenue as possible to help offset the costs of running our government. Resolution 2025-99 continues to do and build on what we've already been doing by going out there and utilizing a piece of property which sits vacant for majority of the year. In this case, the pool lot, which sits vacant mostly in the fall, winter, and spring months. We joined with a busing company to park their buses on that unused piece of property, bringing us in, I know it's well over $100,000 a year. So,
126.5.
So we wanted to I just wanted to highlight that, 126.5, in that, making sure that we aren't just sitting idly by and letting pieces of property go vacant, and that's a testament to the administration who continues to find these avenues. So with that, I just wanted to make that point.
We'll do a roll call. Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes. Okay.
Mr. Mayor, can I interrupt you 1 second to answer Committeeman Weber's question on Alvin Park? Alvin Park is completely done except for the rules sign. We're waiting for that to come in. So it's usable right now, and as soon as that comes in, we'll get it installed, and then we are finished.
Thank you.
All right, discussion and action. Residents of Short Hills Avenue requested additional street light to install near 180 Short Hills Avenue. We discussed that in the beginning of the meeting, and you'll have answers hopefully tomorrow. John?
Yes, I will discuss that with our DPW director tomorrow, see if we can call JCP&L. What do we need to do?
Motion to adopt it?
Yeah, I would go through the.
Okay. Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber? Thank you.
I'm committeeman now.
Okay.
Oh, Mayor, sorry.
Oh, yeah. You're-
Let's pay some bills.
Pay, I was going to say that. I'll make a motion to adopt payroll invoices for the period of February 26, 2025 through March 11, 2025 in the amount of $4,788,599. No cents. That's a pretty cool even number.
Second.
Okay, Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Huber?
Yes. Okay, no correspondence. Public comment on any governmental issue. Anybody have any problems? All right, seeing none, close public comment.
Okay. This is a resolution for an executive session, Resolution 31125. Whereas Article 6 of the Open Public Meetings Act provides that a public body may hold a closed session, and whereas the Township Committee will, during this meeting, enter into discussion of the following matters: attorney-client privilege and personnel, attorney-client privilege and contract negotiations, employment contract. Whereas the matters to be discussed in closed session are to remain in the strictest of confidence by all Township Committee members in furtherance of their fiduciary duties to the Township. Now therefore be it resolved, matters discussed at this meeting will be released to the public when reasons for discussing and acting upon them in closed session no longer exist. May I have a motion? Thank you.
Second.
Okay, thank you. And we will take no action.
No action. No action. Before we go into executive session, I did get one email from Michael Warshak. He's saying that the county has allowed towns to stop truck traffic on certain streets. I'm gonna try and find out if that's true. You know, we'll get in touch with the county. I'll stop and see you, John, tomorrow, and we'll go over it. Okay. All right? I don't want Mike to think that I didn't read his email.
Good catch.
Okay? We will take no action, and that's it.
Closed.
What are they still talking? They ain't changing nothing in there. I just spoke to a woman about you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.